outside seat for me later.
Yeah, that's like
It's the same room. No, because you said that's another
Go get him.
She gave me everything she could possibly give me. Oh, I see them. She's in the back.
Tell her to come over here and tell Chris to come over here and see your grandma anywhere?
I don't, but she'll have to find her own seats. Put my seat down.
I don't know. She was parking.
Yeah, she was parking.
I don't see her.
Find her own seat.
Yeah.
Put your purse there.
She looks so pretty. Aw. She's all, her hair's all long and down and she's all pretty. I saw her. We saw her. I took some back. No, I was looking for you. I couldn't see it. I don't see anybody for Danica.
Sorry, I'm saving that spot.
Oh no, my daughter's already sitting there.
Oh shoot. Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
No, I'm
She's
sorry.
just
She could sit
talking to
across
other
from there.
family.
I just can't see her. She's so little.
She's wearing blue.
I don't know.
Should we sit somewhere where she gets
Yeah. I mean, she could sit across from us.
She's right here.
I just don't see her anywhere.
She was like moving.
I saw her
She
parking.
came, like I saw her wave her and she stopped and I was like, hey, she's like, I'm trying to find a parking. I know there's no parking anywhere.
I know we parked by that restaurant. By that restaurant.
There's a little spot, like a little spot. There's no red lines. There's no red lines. There's no red. There's no sign that says no parking or nothing. So
There's Diego.
Hey.
There's her boyfriend. He's standing at the end of the wall. Ew.
tall dude.
He's a tall guy. The one that's all, ugh. She looks so pretty. I'm so proud of her. So proud of both of you.
Me too.
I don't want to cry, dude. I'm glad I didn't wear
I
makeup.
already did this.
I'm glad I didn't
I'm
wear
like,
makeup.
this one.
I'm like, I didn't wear makeup, so I'm glad.
I already did this.
I know, and I didn't get to cry for you. Yours.
It was easy.
I know you guys got it in a car. Where's the little midget? Dude, we took a picture with her, and she's so small.
Show her. Like, I'm not that tall. She's fucking tiny.
But you should see her tailgate us. Oh my god, the whole way. We're cutting
saw
people
it in your
off.
car, and I don't know why I thought you were coming in Rob's car. I have no idea why I was thinking for Rob's car. And she's like, her shoes. I was like, no, oh yeah, there's mom. And she was talking about her car.
She knows what Diego looks like, so she'll see him probably first.
Hey,
She's
at
a
least she knows my car.
Right?
She's like, I got this thing down. It's the one with hail damage.
I said, you gotta find a spot. Where's the little midget?
Dude, the midget does not need to be watched over.
Oh, I'll never hit the end of it if I don't.
Then get up and go find her.
No, I'm not getting up. No, that's my spot. I'm the mom. If I'm not here, they go find her.
Who's talking to Diego? Really?
Who's talking to Diego?
Yeah.
I think that's. I don't know who that is. Probably his aunt or somebody. She went to his graduation. Yeah, there's a lot of. Neither are you or your sister.
No, her son.
There's a difference.
They weren't over there.
She's loud, so we'll see her first.
You're gonna see her because she's
Her blue shirt. Oh.
She's literally wearing the blue.
Oh, that too. Yeah, she is loud.
She's loud. So she'll be like, Mommy.
I don't even see her dad.
Bald head.
That falls.
Look. Straight down the aisle. Line up with my hair. The glasses on. Okay. Shane also would never wear a mask.
No. And it's with the blonde chick.
Where did he find her?
He lives down the street. There's no reason he's not there. Oh my god, that's him right there.
She's
There's
right
Brenda. Hi. We were looking for all her family. I was like, where's her family? There's her family. Yeah. Holy cow. I was just looking at them and I was like, look who's them. We found her. My mom. Oh, hi. Oh, scoot down. Mom, right here. That's so me.
I think I'll just sit over here.
Are you
Is
sure?
there any way you ladies could scoot down one by chance? Hold on.
you.
Debbie,
Mom,
Debbie,
Mom.
Debbie.
Devin. Thank you so much.
I don't. Do you want to sit next to your granddaughter?
Yeah.
I'm sure you
How are
do.
you, Pam?
Good. How are you?
This is a monumental moment.
You're like a bald guy. I don't know that bald guy. God, I was looking for you. I couldn't find
I
you.
went to the handicap.
She looks so pretty.
Where is she at? Is Jordy's here?
I saw her.
Did you take pictures?
No, because she can't do it till after. Yeah.
She was busy. She was getting ready to go on stage.
But her hair, she looks so pretty.
Does she have long hair?
3 feet long.
No. You have two beautiful daughters.
I'm the first Shane and them. All the brothers. We were looking for all her family. We couldn't find them.
Shane. Hi. Oh, the boys. Oh, isn't this a beautiful moment? A moment of history.
I don't see Dane. Where's Dane at?
Yes.
Is Dane there? Where? Oh, back there.
What, did you come early?
I know. Well, they lived on the street.
Oh, wow. Couldn't find the parking. Thank God for my handicap. Thank God for my handicap.
Oh yeah, because of that. Because of your.
You make those?
Yes.
You're creative. You didn't get that for me.
Nope. I did not.
When life sends you lemons,
Did you see that?
I saw it. You already gave me one.
Give it to Beth. Or give it to Devin.
No, give it to my beautiful granddaughter.
She's getting hers. It's her
Oh, okay. Here's that. That's not Diego.
I know, he was at the door. I waved at him.
Yeah, he showed me where you were at. I finally found a handicap. I worked for the guy over there and I got it. Right in the front.
Probably he doesn't like people, you know. Diego.
He's a Capricorn. They're very shy. Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy.
Yeah.
Right? The one standing there. Also against the wall. She's still meeting him though. Good. I'm so happy. I don't have makeup on.
I didn't bring my phone. Make sure not to take pictures and send them to you.
Just make sure those two are safe.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. Brandon.
All of her. Except for Kai. What about the sister? I don't know what the sister is.
Oh, you got one here.
Well, Danny, that's I don't know what Adana was. She is somewhere, but they will not see me.
Yeah, this is a monumental moment. My three grandchildren, my two granddaughters and my daughter.
I know, so are we. Matt's waiting out there now, so
Save my seat. I gotta go get. Oh, you can take pictures and then you can send them. No, I'm not. Oh, yeah, that's me. you drive. You know what? You drive us back.
No, you drive. You tailgate us.
It's okay. I'm 35.
Parents, guardians, family, friends, students, those watching live on YouTube, honored guests, faculty, staff, and graduates, my name is Troy Kratz, the principal of Poudre Community Academy, and I would like to welcome you to our 2022 commencement ceremony. Before we get started, let me take this opportunity to introduce some special guests we have with us this morning. Joining us from the Poudre School District Board of Education is President Rob Pedersen, Vice President Kristen Draper, Director Jim Brokish, and Director Jessica Zamora. Also joining us is Brian Kingsley, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Scott Nielsen, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Schools, and Dr. Tracy Guile, Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Schools. Thank you all for being here this morning. Graduates, you like the sound of that? Yep. We are here this morning to celebrate you and the great achievement of high school graduation. As we sit here this morning, I want you to take it all in because this is truly a special moment. You have accomplished something that many take for granted, but I think we can all agree that this journey has not been easy and at times looked impossible. There have been many barriers in the path to this stage over the years, and some would have thrown in the towel. You did not, and I am extremely proud of you. When I look at this class, I see persistence, I see stubbornness, I see joy, I see an energy that lifts everyone up, I see happiness that brings a smile to all of our faces, I see hope for what comes next. In this class, we have students from our first 8th grade cohort that we started back in 2017. We have students who competed on our first varsity girls basketball team, and some who competed in our first full season of girls volleyball and boys basketball. You are groundbreakers leaving your mark on PCA. We have 3 sets of siblings in this class and 4 parents. Our youngest graduate is 16, and our oldest graduate is 32. We have graduates who completed in 3 years, and we have graduates who left school for a few years, got tired of Sugar or I texting and harassing them, so they came back and finished their diploma at night. This class is 60 members strong, with 3 or 4 more to finish this summer, making you the largest graduating class in PCA history. Our superintendent talks about graduating students with options. What you have earned today gives you every option. You can take your diploma and decide to serve our country in the armed forces. You can go to community college or university. You can go to trade school or join the workforce as a high school graduate. All doors are now open. You can hold your head high and tell everyone that regardless of everything that's been going on throughout your life, and especially the last couple of years, you saw it through. You didn't take the easy way out. You didn't give up. You finished what you started, and that is huge. In these recent times, quitting is too easy. Giving up sometimes is celebrated. Being on this stage today and the pride you feel in yourself for getting this done is what is worth celebrating. When you leave the stage today, you will take pictures with friends and family, you will attend parties and celebrate this great accomplishment. But over time, the memories of today and your time at PCA will fade. As we get older, we replace old memories and experiences with new ones. For me, I will continue to walk the halls of PCA and on occasion read your nameplates that joined our other graduates this year. I will think of the memories that were created while you were a part of our community and wonder how you are doing. I will remember you coming to my office for snacks, harassing me for ice pops, teasing me about my Starbucks, and calling me Santa Claus or Papa Smurf. So, I will smile and maybe even laugh a little, but then the warning bell is going to ring, and I'm going to yell, "Let's go! Giddy up!" as I chase that next group of PCA graduates off to their class. But seriously, when I think of you, I will wonder how you are doing. I will hope that you are continuing to push yourselves and chase your dreams. The staff at PCA has always believed in you, but you would never have made it to this stage if you didn't believe in yourself. I'm going to finish with a poem by Catherine Pulsifer titled "Believing in You." Never stop believing in yourself. When others doubt, don't you. Do what you love to do. No one knows better than you. Life is too short to live others' dreams. Follow your own dream. Push yourself to reach your goals and live the life you once dreamed. Trust your instincts. Be true to yourself. You know what is right for you. Never give up or give in. Forget the words, "I don't know how." You can learn, you can research, and you can do. Your mind is powerful. When you believe, you can. You will find a way. You won't waste a day. Persist and persevere. Do not fear, because if you believe in you, you will find dreams can come true. May all of your dreams turn into goals. Believe in yourself. And remember, all of life is a choice. The decision is up to you. Believe in yourself. Dare to be whatever you want to be. And I congratulate you, the class of 2022. At this time, I would like to bring up a staff member that was selected by the graduates to address them. Derek Olson is the head of our social studies department and has a few words to share with the graduates. Please welcome Derek.
All right, well, thank you, Troy, and thank you, graduates, for choosing me to be your commencement speaker. And it's a privilege I do not take lightly. Before I go off on my lecture, because you know I have one prepared, right now, I want you to think of one thing that's hard or sad in your life at this moment. Take a deep breath and put that sad thing on a shelf, and now think of one thing that you're happy about today, and think of a person that you're glad that you have in your life right now. Just one quick thought, and keep that thought in mind for later. I'd like to think that you chose me to speak because you think I might have one last important thing to say to you. I thought this through, and I've decided to share with you the importance of experiencing gratitude in our day-to-day lives. I'm sure you're excited about today's graduation and the end of being in high school. I also think you might be scared and worried about graduating in 2022. War is raging in Europe, and the world is making its way through a seemingly endless pandemic. Society is struggling to find its identity between its past and its present, and most of us here are feeling the impacts of economic inflation. Some things are definitely hard at this moment. Sir Francis Bacon, English philosopher whose work contributed to the scientific method, wisely said, "In order for the light to shine so brightly, darkness must be present. We cannot have light without the dark, just like we cannot have day without the night." One of the most powerful tools we have during dark times is the ability to experience gratitude. During difficult times, gratitude is the power to energize, to give hope, and to give reason to keep going. In the face of brokenness, gratitude is the power to heal. In times of despair, gratitude reminds us to keep going. So what is gratitude and how do we experience it? Gratitude is thinking about the things that we appreciate and matter to us. Thinking about our favorite people, our favorite activities, spots to hang out at, games we play, and even our favorite foods. Thinking about these things makes our brain send dopamine into our body, and dopamine is a feel-good brain chemical. When our bodies release dopamine, we feel pleasure, reward, and feel safe and good. So if you choose to share your thoughts of gratitude out loud, you get a double dose of dopamine, twice as much pleasure in your body. And I'm not saying that during hard times, thoughts of gratitude will come easily. It's easy to feel grateful for the good things. It's easy to think thoughts of gratitude when life seems chill and smooth, when all is moving along at a good pace. It's harder to think thoughts of appreciation when life is tough, when we have stress or heartbreak in our lives. It's hard to think of gratitude in times of death, unemployment, hunger, or conflict. But being grateful is a choice, and yes, it takes effort. When times are good, it's easy to take it for granted and forget to appreciate the things and people in our lives. When times are hard, it takes effort and focus and willingness to think of things that we can still appreciate and find meaningful in our lives. So the lesson is, difficult times can give us opportunities to practice grateful thoughts. Don't ignore the dark. I'm sure there have been times in your life that have been hard. I see you, and I've seen some of the dark moments in some of your lives. But despite the dark, I also see your light. I see how you have all worked hard. You've done your best to show up to school. You've stayed awake on days you would have wanted to sleep in during my classes. You've listened to my long history lectures when your families were in trouble at home. You wrote out notes about countries and events so far away when your siblings and your parents were struggling. I see your light. You pushed through. And here you are today. In your dark, you remembered that there's always a dawn. Light always comes back in the morning. I'm grateful that you found reasons to stay focused and determined and remembered that nothing bad lasts forever. So think of the worst times in your life, then remember that here you are, and you made it to graduation. You did not let it stop you from doing what you had to do to be here. You made your way out of the dark. You are here. You are finishing high school. You've done it. You've pushed through the dark and believed that the light would come. You've arrived. Think all of the people that helped you get here today. Maybe your family, maybe relatives, friends, neighbors, and school staff along the way. Flash through some of your favorite faces and then take a moment to remember them and how they helped you make it here. In your imagination, tell them thank you. Shake their hand, give them a high five or a hug, and send them a thank you card. Thank them over and over again, even if it is just one person or just one moment in time. Feel this moment and take a mental picture and store it in your heart. Open your eyes. Here you are. In the future, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe a year or 10 years from now, when you might find yourself in a dark moment or a dark week or month, remember American hero and abolitionist Frederick Douglass said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." So as you go out into the world, you'll inevitably face more difficult times. That is part of the human experience. But you'll always have the memory of your success, your perseverance, your ability to do what you had to do to graduate. So when times get tough, say it sucks, it's tough, or whatever colorful language you might have to describe the dark, and then remember to think of what it is in this moment that you still like, appreciate, or value in your life. And think of those who still love you and care for you and are supporting you. Think back to this picture you just stored in your heart. Think back to you making it to graduation and all the people that supported you. I am personally grateful for you. I am grateful for the memories I'll always have from the times we spent together in class, discussing history, current events, life lessons, and personal stories. I'm grateful I get to have a job that allows me to spend my working hours connecting with amazing humans such as yourselves. I know it may be surprising, but teaching can be hard. And one thing I've learned over the years is that getting to know you all, my students, and seeing you push through the dark and make it to this day is the most rewarding part of this job. And when my job and even my personal life feel tough, remembering your perseverance makes me grateful and helps give my life more meaning. So I sincerely hope that you will remember today, this moment, the picture in your heart, and the importance of challenging yourselves to have thoughts of appreciation no matter how dark your days may get. Think of one thing that you appreciate right there, wherever you are, no matter what. So thank you, class of 2022, and congratulations. And I'm forever grateful for each of you and the lessons that you've personally taught me. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. Let's see. At this time, we're going to hear from our valedictorian with Elizabeth Morgan. Please join me up here.
Whew, I'm nervous. Okay. First off, I would like to thank the entire PCA faculty for creating a thriving and healthy education for all of us graduates here today. I would also like to personally thank our principal, Troy, for always being immensely involved, positive, and lighthearted. It is extremely inspirational to witness and be a part of the hands-on dedication that every single faculty member at PCA expresses in every graduating class, especially the class of 2022. I have always admired their commitment to our education. These brave faculty members have had a tremendous hand in accelerating our growth, not just in school, but as prosperous young adults reaching for our futures. Ironically enough, I had many warnings before actually attending PCA, which I'm sure many of us have experienced. I would hear things like, that school is for bad kids, or that my behavior would somehow get worse. If you know anything about adolescent behavioral growth, you would know it is a complicated and delicate thing that often gets worse before it gets better. PCA does an amazing job tending to all of their students' academic and behavioral needs. I believe that PCA has expanded my appreciation and gratitude for the planet as a whole. I feel as though PCA has properly prepared me for real-life scenarios to come. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. Real life means real-life problems. I like to refer to them as the fists of Father Life himself. Being a self-sustaining adult means you will surely be greeted by the fists of life as soon as possible. Trust me when I tell you that real-life problems hit you when you're not looking. I was gracefully waltzing out of my favorite ice cream shop, and bam, straight out of the door I have a black eye. And life is there like, whoa, how did that happen? And sorry. I'm like, bro, you literally just hit me. And life says, suck it up, Buttercup. You have a 5-mile walk back home, and you better get started. That's a regular Tuesday for me, though. Obviously, adulting is hard, and we should try to leave it to our parents for as long as we can. Figuring out that life will bare knuckle box your face in at all expenses kind of makes me want to make a run for it. Luckily though, life isn't just about the hits you're taking. Life can consist of all the amazing movements you're making. In my experience, once you get out into the world, and I mean really letting your feet hit the ground, you will realize that you have a purpose. When that wool is finally pulled from your eyes, you will feel yourself inhale and exhale as if you have never done it before. It will start to feel as though the very ground beneath your feet is calling your name in an angelic voice that washes over you like a euphoric rain shower. It is as if the earth summons you to where your soul is most needed and your conscience gravitates to that luxurious embrace between you and your calling. Life should never be mundane or tedious. Life should be what you would like to make of it. I want not only for myself, but for these outstanding graduates to be able to find themselves and to put their best selves to work in this new technological world we live in. I strongly believe that every graduate here today will impact our near future in many great ways. I want to congratulate all of our graduates for their accomplishments thus far. This class of 2022 has all the ammunition needed to change the world, and I truly hope that we can use it. I keep messing up my words. And then the other part that's not on here that I was going to say was, Troy, if you need a PCA brand ambassador, I'm obviously the woman for the job. So, yeah. All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, at this time, we have one senior who was voted on by her peers to say a few words, so I would like to welcome up here Destiny Cano.
Good morning, everyone. I'm beyond honored and grateful to be representing the class of 2022. I would like to thank the faculty and staff, family and friends for joining us and celebrating with us as we mark this huge milestone. I would like to thank my siblings for continuously pushing me and being a huge motivation in my life as I reach for the stars and further. I would like to thank my mom, Ruth Santos, for continuing to love me, pushing me to do better, and sticking by my side even after everything we've been through. Thank you to my dad, Jorge Cano, for always believing in me. I couldn't ask for a better friend, companion, and father. You rock. This has been my only year here at PCA, and I didn't think I made that much of an impact as I thought I did to be giving this speech. We all probably don't think we made much of an impact at PCA, but trust me, we did. We seniors represent PCA just by showing up and walking through the hallways. Our swag and smiles, hard work and hustle. Our vibe is uniquely our own and makes us individually stand out when we walk into a room. I had no idea what to expect. None of us had any idea what to expect on our first day at PCA. For some, it was an option to come here. Others didn't have a choice. That's life. Sometimes you have options and choices of what you want. Other times you get what's thrown at you with no ifs, ands, or buts. And what can you do besides roll with it? A little over 5 years ago, I would never imagine myself standing here wearing my cap and gown. You see, this is my 5th year of high school. I'm a super senior, along with a few other of my peers. Some of my peers are also graduating a year early. The second semester of my junior year, it was like one day I woke up a different person. I could see clearly and the high-pitched tone went away. I could breathe and feel what I was feeling, hear what I was thinking, see what I could imagine, and do what I wanted to do. I had called it quits on holding myself back to see what destiny is meant to do. I took the fattest L when I found out I wasn't going to graduate with the class of 2021. And for some reason I was surprised, like I wasn't the one who led myself to that point. I did beat myself up for a while. I felt like a disappointment to myself because I caused my own downfall. It was kind of embarrassing because what kind of a role model do I want to be and footsteps do I want to leave behind for my siblings? My mom and older brother didn't graduate high school, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't want that for myself, and I didn't want to keep the cycle going. My siblings needed to see that it's possible. I was never good when it came to school, from elementary to middle school, and yes, even high school. In elementary school, I was just a little girl growing up in my own little head trying to find my way through the world. I played lots of tag, swung on monkey bars, and had a group of besties for the resties. Middle school had slowly escalated. Like many, I got sent to the principal's office, had ISS, got into my first fight, ditched class in the bathroom, and got suspended. These were also the years in life where I was finding my own style and thinking I knew everything when everything went in one ear and out the other. High school was a different story. High school was only a different story because the woman who raised my brothers and I, who showed us love, attention, the warmth of having someone by your side, cared for you, the person that would be there no matter what, and the woman who filled in the shoes of our actual biological mother, this awesome and very special woman who I will forever hold dearest to my heart, was my grandma. We called her Tita. My tita did all the motherly things a mother should do. My tita cooked for us, fed, bathed, dressed, wiped our tears, took care of us while sick, etc. My tita was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma cancer around the beginning of the year 2016. My brothers and I were still really young during that time, so we didn't really know how to think of it or how to take it in, or at least I didn't. One thing that never crossed my mind was my tita passing away. To me, she was going to stay here forever. Then reality hit me like a semi-trailer going 80 miles per hour on the highway. Summer 2017, July 18th, a day before my little brother's birthday, my tita unfortunately passed away. Everything I knew growing up was because of her. After that, life was pretty much a blur with the high-pitched tone in the back. I lost myself like how a dog runs off from home and just keeps running and running nonstop, not knowing where it's going, but hopelessly trying to find somewhere to go. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I fell into the darkest place in my life because the only one who kept me shining bright had left forever. She was the only woman I could look up to at the time. My world had paused while everyone kept going. I didn't know why I was so angry and irritable, but I sat long enough with it to finally understand it was grief. I was grieving the loss of my mom. Sometimes we don't realize it, but we're the only ones standing in our way to reaching our full potential. We are setting our own limits. In school, we all learn the same things, and people learn differently. What matters is if we actually do the work and get it done. What matters is putting in our part. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done. Be consistent and courageous. Coming out of high school, we are going to be hit with all kinds of responsibilities. Rent, bills, taxes, and going to the doctors by ourselves, which I'm not ready for. We're also going to lose friends. People come and go endlessly, and that's okay. Let them come and let them go. Each and every relationship we've had in our life and are going to have has changed us and is going to change us in ways we don't realize. We grow as a person, as a soul, with each hardship we have dealt with. Realize your worth and know that you are awesome. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Make sure to show the world what you are made of and who you are. Always stay true to yourself and know who you are. Most importantly, learn to love and be patient with yourself. Start giving yourself the same love you've always given others. Life is crazy, and at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves. And the last thing we need is being absent to ourselves when maybe there's already no one. So be kind and take it easy on yourself. You're doing just fine, and everything will be okay. We only have one life, this life. Make sure to live it up to the fullest. Smile big, laugh hard, take pictures, feel like the main character, light up a candle, read books, dance to your favorite music, buy yourself presents, do whatever you want, be happy. This is your life. Don't let anyone take it from you. Adventure is out there. Go and see the wonders nature and this world have to offer. Don't be afraid to try something new, big or small. Once you do it, it'll be a lot less of a big deal than you thought it was going to be. Don't wait on anyone, and if you do, you might as well get comfortable because you're going to be waiting for a while. Time in general doesn't stop ticking, so why stop yours? When it feels scary to jump, just jump, or you'll be standing over the edge forever. We know we are capable of whatever we set our mind to. We just don't completely believe in ourselves. We are limiting ourselves to reaching our full potential. We have the persistence to fix our own mistakes. That's why we are here, because we did it. We made it. Everyone's journey is different, and everyone has the power to change their journey however they wish. Because of the people who nominated me, I'd like to share with you 5 quotes from the students of the senior class that have helped them get to where they are today. First quote, chosen by Valerie Lucero. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Second quote, chosen by Haley Schwab. Life goes on, whether you choose to move on and take a chance in the unknown or stay behind, locked in the past, thinking of what could have been. Third quote, chosen by Izzy Romero. What feels like the end is often the beginning. Fourth quote, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Fifth and last quote, chosen by Sid Collinger. There is only one good, knowledge. and one evil, ignorance. Congratulations, class of 2022, we did it! Yeah!
All right, now we're getting closer to our moment for diplomas. First, I'll present the class to our superintendent, Mr. Kingsley. As principal of Poudre Community Academy, I certify that these candidates have met the requirements set forth by the Board of Education and the state of Colorado and are indeed ready for graduation. I proudly present the Poudre Community Academy class of 2022 to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's so great to be here. I've had an opportunity, forgive me just to get myself organized here for a second. I've had an opportunity to visit PCA several times as a first-year superintendent. And I want to personally, address the first few minutes or so of my address. I'd like to speak to all of you graduates directly. And I want to personally thank Elizabeth and Destiny for not just representing this school system so strongly, but representing the culture of your school with heart to invite us into your lives, your stories, your strength, your power. I think as you shared gratitude with the faculty and staff of PCA, as well as its principal, Troy, one of the things that I think this entire community knows is there's leadership in your school. You represent that leadership. It may not have started that way, but you probably know that Troy is a former music teacher. Did you know that? Your school is a vibe to me. It has energy to it. It's flexible. It represents like a beautiful piece of music. Sometimes it's joyful. Sometimes it's dark. Sometimes it pushes us to be better. As Elizabeth said, life is complicated sometimes. I don't know about you, but music helps me get through those complicated times. I think as Destiny talked about, it has swag. There's hustle about it. That's who you are to me. You have soul. And I want you to hang on to that as you move forward in life. Ladies and gentlemen, having the opportunity to celebrate this incredible moment with these incredible graduates fills my heart with hope and gratitude. Our graduates sitting before us today, sitting next to me, are about to take a huge step forward and enter the next chapter of their lives. Now, whether you're headed directly into the workforce, the military, college, 2-year, 4-year, or another program, another opportunity, or still trying to figure it out, I, in this entire district and community, are incredibly hopeful that you are filled with joy and excitement around taking that big step. But knowing I remember what it was like to be in your seat, I'm sure you're a little nervous too. I want you to embrace that. It makes you better. It makes you stronger. Don't be scared. Lean into it. We're also hopeful that you see how important you are to our community and the communities that you're going to be a part of throughout the rest of your life. Life requires all of us to take leaps of faith at times. And we have to trust our skills, our relationships, the community, and our resilience that will help us continue to learn and grow. You have that. That's why you're here today. I want you to remember that what you do matters. Continue to advocate for yourselves. Tell people how you feel. Be open to learning new things. Share with others how you see the world. I think it was Destiny who ended her classmates quotes with the power of knowledge. How you make meaning of things matters not just to you, but to us. Use your voice. Continue to persevere because you can do hard things. You've shown all of us that. And please recognize, and I know you've done this in word and in your actions, that other people, whether it's your family, your friends, your incredible teachers, your staff members, members of this community, they helped you along the way. You know that, right? Well, now it's your turn to realize that you have that same power to help somebody else in life. I've asked PCA recently to lift up their voices and tell me as their superintendent what they believe their legacy is in PSD. Let me tell you what they told me. They shared that their legacy is that they overcame obstacles that, life throws at us at times. And because of it, you're stronger as human beings. You put the past behind you and you focus on what your future holds, but I also want to encourage you to remember what's happening right now, the present. And that's you and us celebrating you. They also shared that it's about courage, their legacy. It's about determination and supporting one another as a family. You also shared, lastly, that many of you weren't even sure that you'd make it through middle school. You doubted yourself at times, let alone take college courses while you're in high school, earn top grades, and look forward to a future that may not just include college, but you prospering in life, both professionally and personally. We're so proud of you. This group of graduates were able to articulate their legacy because they worked hard to learn about themselves. What I would say is you know how to hustle. I spoke to one young lady, one young graduate on the way up the stairs earlier. I think on your cap it says hustle in silence. I love that. And I asked what Angie meant by that, and she says, you know what, you don't need to talk about it, just get it done. I like that a lot. So, yeah, it deserves a round of applause. That's a lost art in life. You've grown, you've created a community. Go out there, be you. If you remember anything of this short little address, be yourself. Spread kindness, share your ideas to improve things, take care of yourself, but also take care of each other. I have no doubt that this class of graduates are about to do great things because they've already started that work a long time ago. I asked all of us to give them a warm round of applause in congratulating the Poudre Community Academy class of 2022. Yeah. We couldn't be more proud of you. Principal Kratz, I am honored, absolutely honored, to accept the 2022 graduates of the Poudre Community Academy. Board of Education President Pedersen, as Superintendent of the Poudre School District, I now present to you the Poudre Community Academy Class of 2022. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Superintendent Kingsley. As President of the Poudre School District Board of Education, and on behalf of the entire Board of Education, I confer diplomas to you, the graduates of the Poudre Community Academy Class of 2022. Congratulations.
All right, before we get started handing out the diplomas, I wanted to take this opportunity to recognize those graduates who could not be here with us today but are a part of this class, and they're out there watching on YouTube or they watch the recording later, they'll actually hear their names. So I want to recognize the following 2022 PCA graduates: Quentin Avila, Sean Buchanan, Adam Essa, Aiden Estrada Alvarado, Leighton Farrell Jr., Megan Heriter, Jay Jones, Stuart Reese Morris, Chase Murphy, Jade Snoddy, Tevin Palmier, Paxton Ragsdale, Chase Chrisman, and Alora Woolrich are all part of our 2022 class but could not be here today. I want to congratulate them. So at this time, we're going to shift on stage. I'm going to ask our guests and faculty to form a greeting line across the stage. We're going to get those diplomas handed out now. All right. And I'm going to ask Lucas Riojas, our assistant principal and AD, to come up, and we'll be reading the names of our graduates.
Brianna May Antiano. Yesenia Sanjay Baeta Vargas. Kai Mason Bates. Madison Grace Blanford. Corey Hayes Brungart. Paris Bustamante. Destiny Michelle Cano. Caden Woodrow Crisco. Anthony James Clark. Sierra Grace Conte. Samuel Contreras. Diana Cornejo. Brennan Reed DePriest. Michelle, right? I want Michelle. Roxy Michelle Fling. D'Angelo Gallegos. Aurora Jade Gallegos. Solis Ariana Gallegos. Connor Joseph Gaudette. Brookla Rebecca Ann Gennert Baca. Alexis Danae Gonzalez. Shayna Lee Grimmer. Jose Angel Hernandez Perez. Danica Sky Hostetler. Elisa Angelina Jenkins. Elia Blanca Kramer. Sydney Owen Collinger. Victoria Elise Lopez. Gabriel Lucero. Valerie Ariana Lucero. Andrew Edward Lujan. Tori May McConnell. Edwin Fernando Martinez Medina. Garrett Matthew Monroe. Luis Pascual Morales. Elizabeth Renee Morgan. Jesse Joe Morgan. Angelina Carmen Pacheco Guitron. Ariana Pondo Tapia. Joey Anthony Perez. Hunter Lee Radis. Xavier Ramon Ramos. Okay. Isabel Romero. Haley Nicole Schwab. Areli Tremillo Diaz. Yanira Villa Escobedo. Nicholas Ryan Wilcoxon. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Yes. Yes, you guys can. Right. Well, as our staff take their seats, and no, people didn't like disappear and run away. We're taking pictures in the back as well, and so I have to fill a little dead air, little dead space as we get these last few. First, what I would like to say, on behalf of the entire staff and from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you, the family, friends, and support of these incredible young individuals for allowing them to come to PCA and be a part of our life. They really do affect us every year. They leave a mark on us, and we are going to miss them so much, and thank you for allowing us into our lives. I truly mean that. So So as the pictures that I'm mentioning, we were taking pictures here as they were getting their diplomas and then going around back getting another one with their diploma. All of those pictures will be cleaned up this weekend and they will be sent to the student's email with the release so that you can use them however you want. They're all free and you can print and do whatever you want. Put them on shirts, put them on posters, I don't know. Whatever you want, they'll be yours. So, okay. That finished real fast. I didn't think it was going to happen. All right. So, at this time, would the graduates please stand? That's a pretty incredible looking group, isn't it? Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Lucas, you're going to have to get them. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Poudre Community Academy class of 2022. All right. Yeah, you're going that way. We're leaving. Let's march out. Ready? This way. Come with me. Edwin. Edwin. Your line follows us. Let's go, guys.